What's up, you guys, to my first podcast? If you all don't already know, my name is Quentin Williams. I'm a venture capitalist. I do social media marketing, and I have my own clothing brand called Poussey, and I wrote 2 books at the age of 18. Welcome to my first podcast. Today's topic is going to be about business, because I feel like a lot of people know what business is but don't really know how to start it. So I'm with my friend Peter here. Go ahead, Peter.
Yo, my name is 10KPJ. Real name is Peter. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at 10KPJ underscore.
Alright. So, Peter, just tell us your background. Like, where did you grow up and what do you do?
I grew up in Homewood. It's like maybe I say 15, 20 minutes away from downtown Chicago. I just got done with high school. I'm 18. I make music, and I'm just hustling, man. I'm just trying to find a dollar, man. Period.
That's definitely good. See, now what I do is I have a whole bunch of different businesses and things that I do, but I feel like a lot of people don't know the real aspect of business. So what's your aspect of business?
My aspect in business is to get the product and the money flowing. It's the end. That's all I think about.
Most definite. I think my aspect of business is pretty much the opportunity to get money and wealth. And I feel like a lot of people just get the money and wealth and only see it so they can get materialistic things, but I think wealth and money can get you more than just materialistic things. It can also get you the option of choice. Let's say that you want to go somewhere. Let's say that you want to go to LA and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. There's no planes running at 2, but when you're rich and wealthy, you have the option of choice where you can go on your private jet and you can go and fly. So I think that wealth just gives you an opportunity of choice. So with business, I know that followers and customers are like this with like business. They're really hand to hand. If you don't have followers or customers, you don't have any business. All you're doing is just wasting your time and money, because at the end of the day, business, you have to gain a profit. So Peter, how do you get followers or customers or just people in general to either buy your products or listen to you?
Okay, to keep it real, how I get my followers is I just follow a lot of people. I send a prayer up, hoping that they will follow me back. And then, I just post stuff that has to do with my craft and what I'm doing. I used to go out on Twitter. That didn't work for me. I finally just got focused straight down to the nitty gritty of what I got to do. And I've been getting likes and retweets and just staying focused. That's what I do.
Most definitely. So I say how I get usually followers is that, like, I never like competition. Like, I don't like to compete with people, because if a lot of people say that competition is good, but what's domination? Domination must be immunity. What any market I'm in, I want to dominate. So what I do to get my followers is that I produce 2 times as much as my competition. I do things my competition isn't willing to do, like post almost every single week. Maybe I might do more videos because they're posting more pictures, or maybe I might post more pictures because they're posting more videos, or maybe I just might combine it in both. And I feel like, don't be afraid to go straight to your competition and knock on their door. Fill their minds up with bullshit. Look, tell them that, man, I love what you're doing, and someday that I want to be just like you. So can you just give me some tips and tricks on what you're doing and how you're posting and what do you say to people and all that? Because you can get advice from anything. It's just that you have to have that start. You have to have that initial start, and you have to want it, because a lot of people want business, a lot of people want success, but don't want to work towards it. And you can say that you want it all day, but at the end of the day, it depends on how hard you work. So a lot of people, the reason why they don't start businesses is because they have a lot of excuses. And when I say excuses, a lot of them is that, oh, well, I don't know how to start, or I don't know what business to go in, or just simply that I don't want to be made fun of. But a lot of people don't say that they don't want to be made fun of is because they're trying to be somebody that they're not, and they're trying to impress people. Actually, I have a story. So one day I was driving this girl downtown, and some ice cream, and I said, you know what, of course. So she asked me if I was going to pay for it, and I told her, of course not. And it's not because I'm like a cruel person, because I'm not, but it's not like that I offered to get her some. So she started to talk about how all of these dudes were paying for her meals, and all these dudes were buying her something. And I was telling her, you know, the reason why those guys are doing that, the reason why they're spending the money that they don't have, living the lives that they can't afford, is because they want to impress you. And I'm not here to impress you. And that's why a lot of you aren't where you want to be in life, is because you feel like if you start a business, or if you do something different from your parents telling you to go to college, or for your loved one that you need to keep working, but that you want to quit your job and start doing your dreams and start making your dreams come true. And a lot of people just want acceptance, and that's going to really stop them from really doing what they tend on doing. So that's why I wrote the book Popularity, was because I had a life-changing moment where I just took a look at my past life, and I was like, you know, a lot of things that I did was basically the acceptance for other people. And I was having friends that I'm not really friends with. I was fighting with people that I don't even know why I was fighting, just so I can be cool. And a lot of people want to be cool. So once you stop giving a fuck about what other people think, I think a lot of people will start doing what they want to do. So acceptance is a lot. So like, what do you want more than anything?
I just want to be heard, you know. I want that platform, you know. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, people always be like, "Oh, I want to be a what?" I'm gonna be honest with you. I just want to be a famous rapper, you know. Famous, rich rapper that can, that's not a sellout. You know what I'm saying? That's not just, you know, Chicago famous, or you know, New York famous. I want to be global. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I want more than everything. And I just want my family to be good. You know? Don't have to worry about anything, man. That's what I want.
Right. And a lot of people want the same things, but in order for you to get to that place that you want, you're gonna have to be persistent in whatever you do. You can't post once a week. You can't post every other day. See, your productivity should almost equal how bad you want it. If you don't produce every week, then I guess you just don't want it. But if you produce constantly and persistent, then that means that you actually want it. And time is everything, because you know, we all have one life, and a lot of people say that I'm just gonna wait till I turn this age and then I'm gonna start. But see, when you're older, you have finances, you have bills to pay for, and you have things to take care of, so you don't really have too much time to do things. But now that you're young, and I'm talking about the millennials, where you have time, where whenever you get some money, like me, I am 18, and whatever money that I get, I don't have to pay bills, but I just invested into whatever business that I do to get multiple flows of income. And in order for you to get multiple flows of income, is that you have to be looking at trends. And I'm not saying that every trend is the thing that you should be following, because with these little fidget things, like, it's a trend, but I wouldn't really incorporate that into my business, because it really doesn't have to do with my business. But I can look at the aspect of it and see how they're marketing and see how they're advertising. And advertising is a big key to getting your business out there, because like I said, if you don't have followers, if you don't have customers, you don't have a business. So Peter, how do you get people to notice you?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still in the stages. You know, I ask people to retweet like my but I'm not very thirsty about it. You know, if someone says no, I don't even really open it. You know, I just okay. Because you know, for one hater, it's gonna be a like. So you just gotta just keep working. You know, and what I realize, a lot of people they're gonna be negative, but the thing is, they're actually gonna love you, but they're not gonna show you that love. You know, it's a lot of fake love, especially on the internet. You know, you can't let that dictate your life.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? People are gonna say anything. I mean, you're subject to. If you post something, it's public. You know what I'm saying? Anybody has the right to say something. You can't be mad if somebody says something. Hey, if they say something about you, just come back harder. You know, come back harder. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a fight. You know, if somebody hits you, you know, you gon' try to come back harder. You know what I'm saying? Just come back harder, bounce back. Period. I mean, that's all you can really do.
Right. And that's actually a pretty good point, because a lot of people do tend to just stop when people start hating. But, you know, you have to love your haters, because haters really are free advertising, because they're busy not caring about them, caring about you advertising your product. So let's say that somebody says that my clothing brand is terrible. Now all of their followers know what my clothing brand is, and now they're looking to see, is my clothing brand actually trash, or do they like it? So really, you should be thanking your haters, because your haters really get you to the next level. And when you get a good comment and you might have 50 hate comments, that one good comment can overweigh everything else, because I've definitely had that many times. So, and now with advertising, you have to be able to create content. And when I say create content, create something that's interesting. People are tired of looking at pictures. I mean, yes, you're gonna get some people that's gonna look at pictures, but not too many. Don't be afraid to produce a video. Thank you all for watching my first podcast, one of many to come. Make sure that you subscribe so you know every single time that I drop a podcast, or when I drop something inspirational. I'll also link his Twitter and his Instagram down below. Also, I will link.
Y'all saw that?
Yeah, we gonna keep it rolling. We don't get no fight.
Hey, sometimes shit happens, but you gotta keep going, period. So, like I was saying, that I'll link all his social media down below. Also, I'll link my portfolio down below. I will link my portfolio where you can find my courses, my clothing brand, and you can interview me and hire me to speak. So, I hope that you all got some tips and tricks on business, something that you can do. But everything that I said, don't do everything that I say, but try to put it into your own context, because you know what's good for you at the end of the day. So I hope you all got something. Now you actually have to apply it. If you don't apply it, don't comment and say that it doesn't work, because you haven't applied yourself. Every day, apply yourself. Every day you learn something. Just go ahead and reflect on whatever you learned today. Thanks for watching. It's Quentin Williams.
Hey, look, for real though, hit that subscribe button right there. It's right there.
It's right there, B.
Get it.
Get it.
I want notification squad.
Exactly.
Be in the comments, notification squad, okay? Subscribe to my boy channel, man. I'm not playing with y'all, man. I'm not playing, okay?
To just subscribe.
Please, man.
Please.
Out.